But another surprise victory on Saturday from someone that's really just been an incredible patriot, fire breather, and running a bootstrap operation, Kathy Barnette, up there running for the Senate in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and probably even more than Ohio and Missouri. Now, just a really a huge race, multiple participants, a lot of money coming in there, a lot of outsiders coming there. Kathy Barnett's been running from day one. Kathy, tell us about your victory. Kind of a stunning. You virtually almost tied Jeff Bartos, who's a very tough competitor. Was it the Central Committee's straw poll? You kind of came out of nowhere in just an amazing showing, ma'am.
Well, you know what? It may be coming out of nowhere for some people, but in every single poll that has been conducted in this race since about 9 months ago, I think there may be about 7 polls. I am consistently the only candidate that has ever come in the top two for every single poll. So this straw poll that took place in the Central Caucus, that is the largest caucus in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I came in again very strong in the top two. So it is just indicative of every single poll that has been conducted on this race.
Why is that? Why do you finish in the top two all the time? Why does that happen?
Because this is a grassroots. You know what? I think our leaders, quote unquote, our influencers, they no longer have their finger on the pulse of what's going on. They believe they can bring in carpetbaggers and big money and just blow it all on television ads and just ignore the people. We are not ignoring the people. I have believed for some time that our help is not going to come from the top down. Our help is going to come from the bottom, from the grassroots up. And we're going to have to pry our country out of these people's hands. They have no intention of letting us have our freedoms.
But Kathy, clearly you're not putting the fear into anybody, because you got Dr. Oz, you got Dave McCormick, you got a billionaire doctor, a billionaire hedge fund guy, and Carla Sands, who's a billionaire because of her husband's, I guess, media business. All three of those are coming at you hard. What do you got to say about that?
I mean, Oz came in with 1 vote. So what does he have to say about that? He spent, multiple millions of dollars and got 1 vote in the largest caucus in the Commonwealth. I was in Carla Sands' backyard and beat her. So, but you have a lot of very entitled people. They feel very entitled. I believe it's a horrible precedent that we are setting in this nation, that if you are wealthy, and you feel like it's your turn, you can literally walk into any one state and put your name on the ballot and pretend you've always lived there, and pretend you're not just a Republican, but that you're a conservative Republican, although nothing about your background will indicate that. But the people are not being fooled. The people, the grassroots, the moms and pops who are going to the grocery store trying to buy a loaf of bread, or trying to fill their car up, or just trying to be an involved parent and not be considered a domestic terrorist, or finding themselves being fired because they refuse to take an experimental jab. These are the voters. And for some reason, we have influencers in our party, very wealthy people who think they can ignore these particular people. But those are my people. They recognize that I represent them. I will fight for them, and they recognize that.